You think guest calls are part of the job, but they're quietly killing your profit. Every "what's the Wi-Fi" or "how do I get in?" it pulls you out of focus. It slows your response time to real issues, and it snowballs you into burnout. Now here's the truth. Most calls are not emergencies. They are predictable, repeatable, and preventable. And I've built an automated check-in system that eliminates 90% of those calls so you can reclaim your time and scale. So in this video, you're gonna learn the exact 3-part system: the pre-arrival drip, the visual guide, the door code firewall. Use it once and it runs every stay. Drop their questions in the comments, subscribe for more, and let's jump right in. So the problem: why traditional check-in fails modern hosts. Most hosts treat check-in like an afterthought. One welcome message, a long house manual that no one reads, a door code sent whenever you remember. So maybe that worked when you had one listing, your phone was glued to your hand. It breaks the minute that you scale, travel, or try to protect your calendar. The thing most people miss is that check-in is not a message. It's a journey with predictable friction points: booking day, pre-travel, arrival, and the first night. Now, here's the truth. Guests don't read walls of text. Cognitive load is a real thing. When you send a novel at 12 p.m. on a workday, they swipe away. They land at your driveway at 10 p.m. and now they can't get in because it's difficult, because your system didn't surface the right details at the right moment. Now, let's talk about timing. Hosts dump everything the day before arrival, but travel plans change, lead times vary, and not everything holds equal. So Wi-Fi matters on arrival, not 5 days out. Parking instructions matter as they pull off the highway, not when they book. If you don't sequence, you force your guests to search. Searching equals stress, stress equals calls. Another silent killer is vague directions. Like, use your keypad by the door. Well, which door? In the dark, in the rain, with luggage and kids. Ambiguity is gonna turn a 2-minute entry into a 20-minute problem. And that problem often looks like your phone ringing when you're at dinner or while you're sleeping. Now you multiply that by 10 stays in this weekend, and you've built yourself a second job with even worse hours. Let's hit security. So many hosts, they reuse codes. They share them early and they leave them active all day. It feels convenient, but it creates 2 issues. First is churn. Codes are tested early, doors left unlocked, or guests are sharing them with friends before arrival. And second, support load. People try the code too soon, it fails, they call. That call was optional. Your system created it. House manuals are another trap. Print binders, they get ignored, they're dirty, PDFs get buried. If the answer to "what's the Wi-Fi" lives on page 17 of a document that they've never opened, you're gonna get a message every single stay. And the fix is not more information. It's better packaging, visual, scannable, mobile first, and delivered precisely when they need it. Now, here's where most hosts mess up with tools. They buy automation software, they turn on default templates, and they think they're all set. Now, defaults, they're gonna send generic messages on generic timelines. Your market, your property layout, your typical time of arrival, those demand custom sequencing. Software is a delivery truck. What matters is the right package at the right doorstep at the right hour. Let me back up and connect this to money. What we're all here for, right? Every unnecessary call costs attention, and attention is your highest ROI asset because, I'll argue, it drives pricing decisions, marketing, and growth. So if you're stuck fielding entry questions, you're not optimizing average daily rate or ADR for compression weekends, or tuning minimum stays to capture gaps, that's a hidden RevPAR tax you didn't even see on a spreadsheet, but you will feel it in your cash flow. That's 100% guaranteed. And it hurts reviews. When check-in is clunky, guests anchor the entire stay to a frustrating first impression. You could have the perfect linens, a spotless kitchen, but the comment will start with "check-in was confusing." That drags your rating, it tanks your search ranking, and it forces you into the race of the bottom on price just to compensate. So one sloppy process pulls 3 levers against you: time, revenue, and reputation. So what do pros do differently? What they do is they design a check-in like an airline boarding flow. Airlines don't send you a 20-page manual. They send you the right nudge at the right time. Check in now, boarding pass available, gate change, seat confirmation. The experience feels simple because the timing and context are doing the heavy lifting. That's our model at Level Up. Once you nail that mindset, everything else clicks. We stop relying on guests to remember, scroll, or search. We remove choices. We reduce words. We increase clarity. We time lock access so codes only work when they should. We turn instructions into visuals so there's nothing to interpret. And we drip the essentials in a clean sequence that matches travel psychology. The bottom line is this: traditional check-in fails because it's a statistic, it's static, it's text heavy, it's mistimed. And modern guests that stay with us are mobile, they're distracted, they're moving. Therefore, your system must be dynamic, visual, and sequenced. In the next section, I'm going to show you exactly how we build what we call the pre-arrival drip that answers questions before they exist and cuts your message volume starting today. So let's talk about the solution and really architecting the 90% elimination system. So here's the truth. You don't need more messages. You need a system that delivers the right micro instruction at the exact moment it's needed. We call it the 3-part stack: the pre-arrival drip, the visual guide, and the door code firewall. Together, they reduce friction, remove guesswork, and time lock access so you can stop firefighting and start scaling. So let's jump right in. Part 1 is the pre-arrival drip. This is not a wall of text. It's a timed sequence with 3 goals. Number 1 is to set expectations, reduce anxiety, and prime for self-serve success. Structure it around travel psychology. Message A. All right, the first message is booking day confirmation, purpose certainty. We want to send a short note confirming the reservation, the check-in window, and a preview that your step-by-step arrival guide will arrive within 24 hours before you check in. Include a single call to action. Verify the phone number and confirm the head count. That small interaction increases deliverability and reduces later surprises. Message B, or the second message, is 72-hour prep. So purpose. The purpose here is to eliminate pre-travel questions. You want to bullet point 3 items only: parking limit or vehicle count, what to bring that's not provided, example like baby gear, specialty coffee, tea, and a gentle reminder on house rules with a why, short line. You're going to keep it scannable and add a teaser. Your visual check-in map and keypad walkthrough will arrive tomorrow at 4 p.m. Message C, 24 hours before arrival. The purpose is guidance here. The links in your visual guide, we use touch stay. This, what it does is it confirms the code and the timing. So you can include drive time tips, if relevant, in a support hierarchy. So if there's anything unclear, reply here. For lock issues, tap the red entry help button in the guidebook. That phrasing funnels all access problems to a single resource, which you've created. Message D, 1 hour before check-in. The purpose here is moment of use. This is a short reminder. It's a link to the visual guide, the parking note, the door code activation time. And if you accept early check-ins, this is a great time to upsell. So say something green in the guide, early access is unlocked. If it's gray, it's not ready yet. No negotiation. Clear logic, no emotions. Now, the visual guide. This is the game changer because it replaces paragraphs with pictures. You want to build it mobile first. One link that never changes. And inside, what you want to do is stack modules in the order of the guest experience. Parking map, entrance path, keypad walkthrough, Wi-Fi, thermostat, TV, trash, quiet hours, and finally, a departure checklist. Parking map. So, a simple overhead with arrows and labels. What you want to do here is use your actual photo in the listing and mark it up with circles. Start here labels. You can also use a satellite image. Guests under stress don't parse text. They follow arrows. Entrance path. So one photo in the daylight hours and one at night, both with annotations showing the exact door and any landmarks. And you can even add a 10-second clip of the door location from curb to keypad. Keypad walkthrough, 3 frames max. Wake up the keypad, enter the code, press the lock icon or check mark, whatever is on your lock. Overlay the button they must press to wake it up. And people miss that at night. Add a line that says code activates at 4 p.m. sharp. You want to set expectations. Wi-Fi network and password are large copy button or a QR if your platform allows that. The thermostat. This is a big one. Photo with a tap here to change. So you can link it, we use links, and note the temperature range. TV, input source, remote, photo, and a quick sequence, power, input, app, trash, where and when, quiet hours. Keep it human but firm with a reason tied to the neighbors. At the bottom, add an entry help button that triggers a short troubleshooting flow before they contact you. Step 1 is to confirm that they're even at the right door. Step 2, confirm that they have the right code. And step 3, confirm activation time has passed. Only then offer a call option, and you will be amazed how many issues are solved by step 3. So finally, the door code firewall. This is where most hosts fail and where you eliminate the last 10% of calls and headaches. The rule: code should be unique, time-bound, and revocable. So you want to use software that your lock's native features to be able to generate a unique code per reservation. And that code should activate at the check-in time. And I mean, you could be 30 minutes grace period one way or the other if you want to be generous. You do not send a raw code in advance. Instead, communicate the code, format, and timing. So something like your personalized code will display inside the visual guide 1 hour before check-in. Why? It reduces early testing, it prevents unauthorized early entry, and it keeps the code out of a long email thread the guests forward to others. The code lives behind a single link that you control. Add a backup layer. A static emergency code stored server-side that rotates monthly. It stays disabled by default. If the unique code fails, toggle the emergency code on from 15 minutes, then disable it. That one control is going to prevent lockouts without giving permanent access to anyone. Add a brute force lockout rule. So 3 failed attempts, the keypad sleeps for 60 seconds. Tell guests this in the guide so they don't panic. Include a visual of what the sleep indicator lights look like and a line like, wait for the keypad to wake up and then try it again slowly. It calms them down and stops machine gun pressing. Tie the firewall to your messaging. So if someone clicks entry help, you can show the code status. Example, like pending, active, or expired. When they see pending, the system displays the countdown to activation. That alone is going to kill a ton of the code doesn't work at 3:45 p.m. And the truth is, the code doesn't work because it's not 4 p.m. and your code's not active, right? Most broken lock calls are mistried attempts is what we found. Now, connect the parts. Pre-arrival dripped primes the guest and creates a habit of using your link. The visual guide centralizes your answers and reduces cognitive load with a step-by-step visuals. The door code firewall controls access with precision timing and clean escalation. So together they turn your check-in from a reactive support to a guided self-serve experience. Some common pitfalls to avoid are too many messages, too many words, and too many places to click. One link, one clear subject line with time cues. Tomorrow, your check-in map. Don't bury support. Make the entry help button obvious so guests don't default to calling you. If you remember nothing else, remember this: timing and visuals and access control. Get those right and you'll feel your phone quiet down by the next weekend. The conclusion here: implementing automation and really your next steps. So here's the key takeaway. When you control timing, you reduce words with visuals and time lock access, 90% of guest calls disappear and your reviews climb. If you want our plug and play templates for the pre-arrival drip, a mobile visual guide framework, and the exact door code firewall settings we use, subscribe and check the next video in this series. We'll walk through building out live with options for common lock brands and automation tools. Implement one piece today, then layer the rest the next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.